We can't talk about the 2016 NFL Draft without talking about the fall of Laremy Tunsil. But basically, he was wearing a mask. A video leaked out of him wearing a mask with essentially him inhaling marijuana. John Gruden really bashed on him for that. I'll show you the highlights of his draft and also the pictures of that scene. But basically, Laremy Tunsil, him dropping from number 6 to number 13, he lost approximately over $7 million of life term of his contract. He's going to make roughly a little over $12.4 million, or he would have made roughly over $20.4 million. And also his guaranteed salary is going to be roughly right around $7.2 million, $7.1 million, as compared to where it would have been at $13.1 million. So that's almost half his guaranteed money also that he lost from going from number 6 to number 13. The Ravens were actually on the record, Harbaugh was on the record basically saying he took Tunsil off the draft board after that video leaked. Tell me what you think, comment. Also, I'll be giving my draft grades for the Dallas Cowboys, ranging from round 1 to round 6. And that's it. So guys, comment, tell me what you think.
About 10 minutes before the draft tonight that showed someone smoking. There are at least 2 teams out there that believe it was him. The Ravens had Ronnie Stanley.
With the 6th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Ronnie Stanley, tackle, Notre Dame.
The whole social media scene makes me sick. If you're a young kid out there, put away your Twitter accounts. All right, if you want to be a pro football player, somebody's going to hack your account. Somebody's going to cause some problems. You got to be a reliable person to stand up here on the stage and be a first-round draft choice. That's what's plagued this kid since he's been at Ole Miss. He's been injured, he's been suspended, and he's had a lot of traits that show you why you wouldn't want to draft him. So this is embarrassing. I'm sure it hurts him a lot. And if I'm a head coach with my GM, I'm going someplace else to find a player early in the first round.
Look, the draft, are you? How much can we depend on you right now? And when this kind of stuff surfaces on a day like today, where tension's running high, the fate of the franchise is in your hands as the team builder, and something like this comes to light. If you knew about it, hey, maybe you already factored it into your decision. If it caught you off guard, you think this can help you in any way? I mean, Coach just mentioned it. Look, this is something where, look, in the age of social media, and this isn't really just a social media issue, this is about a life choice issue. This is about, look, if that in any way, shape, or form is connected to you, what do you think is going to happen? When you're picking at the top of the draft, what we're talking about right now, teams cannot have that. It's about availability and reliability.
Well, first of all, I believe in the young man and who he is, and that doesn't mean that mistakes have not happened. Some of his own doing, some not. But I know this, that the young man that somebody's getting ready to get is one of the most humble, hardworking, talented kids that I've ever been around. And sometimes the things that we think are negative end up being blessings. And this could be a great blessing for him, and that's the way he's got to look at it. And he's handling it well, but it is a difficult, you're so anxious for this moment, and so it is difficult, but we're excited.
Is anything about it?
My daughters keep me up on the social media world. I'm not as savvy as some. I do believe that it's a long time ago, and how it came out today was very, I don't understand that, don't know how, but he doesn't deny it. He owned it, but certainly was not recent.
We appreciate your time, and
Thank you so much.
And we wish the best of luck to all of your guys
Yep.
here tonight from Ole Miss.
Thank you.
If you can't keep yourself on the straight and narrow as far as your choices off the field, and you can't stay healthy, how can they pick you? I don't care how good you look. I don't care how sweet your feet are. They can't pick you.
I think what happens here, Lou, is you have a couple players that are pretty equal. And when you have issues, as you said already, with Laremy Tunsil, the durability concerns, not finishing the season, and suspension this year, this tips you away, if you have players that are close, to a Ronnie Stanley. So if your intent, if you're the Baltimore Ravens, was to take Laremy Tunsil, automatically you're going to audibilize to a guy that was right there in grade and take Ronnie Stanley. You got a kid coming up, Jack Conklin from Michigan State. No red flags with Jack Conklin. So are you going to be scared off again and take Conklin over Tunsil? Laremy Tunsil, Jack Conklin, got two left tackles. We said Tennessee, when they moved down to 15, had to move back in to get a left tackle. You had the worst offensive line protecting the quarterback. You got Marcus Mariota coming off an injury. You got Jack Conklin, Michigan State. Now you got Laremy Tunsil. Laremy Tunsil was number 1 on my board. Now here he is available at pick number 8. What happens if, in fact, they take Tunsil or they audibilize like maybe the Ravens did and take a guy like Jack Conklin?
The Tennessee Titans select Jack Conklin.
Yeah.
Tackle, Michigan State.
Well, now there you have it.
There you go.
Yep, there you
Happened
have it.
again. I mean, this is Laremy Tunsil's spot. Again, going away from Tunsil to Jack Conklin, as Baltimore did with Ronnie Stanley. The plummet. This is a plummeting pick in Laremy Tunsil here, dropping all the way down past the A spot to 2 teams that took left tackles. Now you get Jack Conklin. Said all along, 0 red flags.
The number 1 pick all the way down now, Boom.
How far does she go?
Well, you look at what's out there coming up, Boom. The teams that are on the board to make a pick, and you don't see a team that you can lock into Laremy Tunsil. The teams you would have thought were Baltimore and then Tennessee, and they already made a decision to go away from Laremy Tunsil. So we talked about Eli Apple at 10, a major reach, I thought, at 10. You got to get the 6th, 7th best players, so the Giants stretched it. Here, Tunsil sliding because of a concern on the heels of a career where he didn't finish the season, began this past season suspended. All those issues are the reason why. On top of that, you factor in on draft day seeing that particular illustration of Laremy Tunsil. If in fact it was real, who knows? That's why teams in a push situation go away from Laremy Tunsil.
Well, you live in a glass house these days. Look what Johnny Manziel has been through. I tooted his horn up here a couple years ago, the whole first round. When you can't handle things off the field, people aren't going to take you. We've seen Justin Blackmon, a top 5 pick, get in trouble with the Jaguars. The great Josh Gordon can't get back in action with the Browns. People don't want to deal with these things in the first round. There's a lot of money in people's futures at stake. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt Tunsil. Hopefully it's a learning experience from him.
And let's be real for a minute, and you're right on with that. The first tackle went, what, for Baltimore at 6. So 6 to 13, yes, I know that's real money. But this is not a slide of unbelievable proportions from 6 to 13. No, it's not. And I'll bet if you looked at their draft board, more than likely, when you start looking at it horizontally, his name is just sticking out up there. Yes. It's sticking out, and you start to weigh, look, again, is the risk worth the reward here, especially when you're talking about a position that he plays, which is a top 5 position on your roster. It's hard to pass that up.
Just a matter of weeks ago, this whole thing seemed like a slam dunk. You were considered a number 1 overall pick. What has this draft journey been like for you?
It's been exciting, man. Like I said, it's a blessing just to be a part of the NFL, just to be the part of the Miami Dolphins organization, man. I'm happy to be here.
You've had twists and turns through life. You've had twists and turns at college. You had twists and turns tonight. How did the events of tonight make you feel?
Man, like I said, I'm blessed just to be here. Like, you go through adversity in life, and it's what you overcome. And I'm going to overcome this adversity, and I'm going to show everybody what I'm about.
You know, we talked to your agent, Jimmy Sexton. He talked about your Twitter account being hacked. It's even suggested that maybe there was some blackmail involved. Did you see this picture? Is the picture you?
Like I said, I'm not worried about that right now. I just know I got hacked, and we're trying to find out who did it. But like I said, I'm blessed just to be here in the NFL. I'm blessed just to be a part of the Miami Dolphins organization. I'm blessed. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.